colons, commas, and more. A punctuation cavalcade. Everyone needs to come up for air sometimes. Breathing is important. Musicians know this, which is why an important part of music is the rest. It allows for breathing, it punctuates the melody, it completes the phrase. The rhythm of a song is established in part because of the ending of a sound or a phrase. The same is true for language. A thought is completed once you've reached the punctuation mark. By properly putting an end to a phrase or a complete sentence, you complete the idea and you replenish your breath as well. It is a natural process, a natural rhythm that is involuntarily part of us. If you as a writer incorporate the clues to these pauses, you will not only make your writing easier and clearer, but you will get your message across to your reader. Ending punctuation. Periods bring a complete sentence, noun, verb, object, or subject predicate, to a complete stop. Exclamations make the stop exciting, urgent, or forceful. Questions imply a search for information or confirmation. A hyphen joins two words together to temporarily form a new word, as in, the high-flying Wallenda family was famous for their trapeze act. A dash breaks or interrupts a sentence dramatically. You may come along with us, provided you pay your own way. And parentheses are used to add some private additional material that is useful to know but is not necessarily part of the sentence's flow. James, who always brings the champagne, and Maura, who bakes the best brownies, are welcome guests at any party. One could also accomplish the same effect with commas versus the parentheses. On the other hand, what's in the parentheses can describe or inform on the other information, and it is clearer because it sets the information aside. James, loudly. Who wants a drink? Maura, choking. Me, these brownies are terribly dry. Commas. Commas are pauses that end clauses. Say that 5 times quickly. They separate an introductory clause from the rest of the sentence, as in, with a little help from my friends, I get by. They tell you when you're adding on additional information, as in, I'm going to tell you when to use punctuation, such as commas or periods. They help define items in a list. Apples, pears, and oranges. I don't like pears myself. They set aside additional information when it helps to clarify. Kaufman and Hart's most popular play, You Can't Take It With You, is an American classic. Here you've specified which of Kaufman and Hart's plays is a major classic. You've separated it from other plays by Kaufman and Hart, and there were several. By putting the title between commas, you specify which one. However, If your sentence already is focused on the particular item, then you're not adding additional information. You're restricting it by the actual words. The play You Can't Take It With You is an American classic. In the play You Can't Take It With You, Grandpa Vanderhoff is a crazy, fun-loving spirit who infuses his family with creativity and love. Note in this sentence that the comma after the title sets up the sentence as an introductory clause. The comma after crazy separates the modifier crazy from another modifier, fun-loving. If you could say someone was crazy and fun-loving, then a comma is used between the two specific modifiers. On the other hand, if you're talking about a shiny yellow raincoat, you are describing a raincoat that is shiny yellow, hence no comma. Here are two complete sentences that use joining words or conjunctions, along with commas, to combine sentences. I love to sing, but I have a voice like a cat coughing up a hairball. I want to play the piano, yet I have absolutely no skills or training. Notice that conjunctions like but, yet, and however are used to emphasize contrast. If you are indicating the impossibility of any other outcome, then you can use but without a comma. No one but the strong of heart could face the fearsome dragon. If, however, you do want to combine sentences, there are a couple of ways to do it. If you are combining two complete sentences, you can use conjunctions like and as well as or. I am a faculty member here and I am a tutor at a learning center. I am going to eat dinner now, or I will eat it after I get home from work. If you do not use a conjunction or joining word like and, then you may use a semicolon. A semicolon, which looks like this, is a punctuation mark that pauses between two complete sentences which have been combined because one sentence comments on the other. Resistance is futile. All men eventually come over to the dark side. Whipping the egg whites is easy. Separating the whites from the yolks is hard. Please ride home with me. I'm afraid my mother will serve her Franks and beans casserole again. If this is a semicolon, then what the heck is this? It's a colon, and it joins two items together, with one commenting on the other, but they need not be complete sentences. I have all the ingredients for mac and cheese: elbow macaroni, cheddar, milk, butter, and breadcrumbs. Equipment you will need for this camping trip: a compass, a sleeping bag, a toothbrush, and your teddy bear. Notice that the colon introduced a list, but also that it replaces words like such as or including. I have all the ingredients for mac and cheese, including elbow macaroni, cheddar, milk, butter, and breadcrumbs. The equipment you will need for this camping trip includes a compass, a sleeping bag, a toothbrush, and your teddy bear. Use the words or use the colon, but not both. Colons can also be used to attribute quotes, ideas, or dialogue. Editor Bill North contributes, all the witnesses were sworn to secrecy, which meant only the government knew the identity of the perpetrator. Wolk 31. I know what we should do. A big party. In a script. Ned. But we should probably expose the government's conspiracy. Meg. Probably not. Opening a can of worms we can't reseal. Using a colon is sort of like a magician pulling away a magic cloak to reveal something. It is the ta-da moment. It's a dramatic way to reveal the truth behind what has been introduced. It is also used in titles and subtitles like Methuselah, the story of a very, very old man. Sigmund Freud, truth teller or dirty old man. Hydraulic fracturing, how the energy industry sold us a bunch of gas. Finally, a colon is also used as a separator that indicates the second part is a result of or came through the first part. In time, for example, you'll see 10:22 a.m. That means 22 minutes followed the 10. Or if you're quoting from a book that has chapters and verses, like the Bible, Isaiah 30:12 means Isaiah chapter 30, verse 12. Like a semicolon, the colon connects two thoughts, one commenting on the one that came before. Unlike a semicolon, however, the two thoughts are not necessarily two full sentences.